Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm the Jaywalker. Today we're again in Salt Lake City Cemetery looking for another kind of fun character in Utah's history. Today we are looking for one Gunplay Maxwell. So Gunplay was born in 1860 in Boston, Massachusetts as Clarence Maxwell. As a teenager had gotten into brawling and barroom fighting, and at age 15 in 1875 got into a brawl bad enough that he was going to jail, and in order to escape prosecution he left up and moved away from Boston, ended up in Texas. From Texas, he moved on to Montana and eventually settled in Utah and Wyoming, like western Wyoming, eastern Utah. And while in Utah and Wyoming, he was arrested for cattle rustling. This was in the 1890s, and he was arrested and put in jail early 1890s, 1892, 93, somewhere right in that area, at which point he was, while he was in jail, he became acquainted with Butch Cassidy. And after being released from prison, right about the same time as Butch, Gunplay went and tracked down Butch and offered to join his gang. An offer that Butch declined. Didn't keep Gunplay from doing bad things. In the late 1890s, he and a partner went and robbed a bank in Springville, Utah. During the robbery, Gunplay's partner was shot and eventually died. But Gunplay took the heat, wouldn't give up his partner, even though his partner was dead. Wouldn't give him up, and Gunplay ended up doing another 5 years in prison. Upon getting out, he went straight for a little while. He started up a mine, an ozokerite mine. It's a waxy mineral substance, kind of in the neighborhood of paraffin with a lot of minerals in it. But he couldn't stay straight for long, and in the early 1900s, he started wandering again, eventually making his way to San Francisco, at which point he married a wealthy widow and made his way back to Utah, settling in Ogden this time. But after just a couple of years, he got restless again and started back in on a life of crime. In 1908, he and a partner went to Goldfield, Nevada, and robbed a bank. And during that point, there was a deputy from here in Utah, from the Price area, who was spreading rumors in Nevada about Gunplay, about how bad he was and criminal. And after robbing the bank, he left again, came back to Utah, and eventually in 1909, so a year after this last bank robbery, went down to Price looking for this deputy whose last name was Johnstone. Found Deputy Johnstone in the saloon there in Price, and basically called him out. Hey, what the heck do you think you're doing? Why being so mean? And eventually their fight spilled out into the street, and Deputy Johnstone pulled out his gun and shot Gunplay down in the street, shot him 3 times. He died August 23rd, 1909, and is buried here in Salt Lake City Cemetery, somewhere in this section here. He's buried in an unmarked pauper's grave under the name of William Seaman, which was the name that he was going under at the time. That's Seaman, S-E-A-M-A-N, as in like a sailor. But again, he buried here. Another one of those, kind of a cool local character. Thanks for joining me on today's Jaywalk. We'll see you again soon. Along with the video today, I've put in a couple of pictures. One is of Gunplay himself. One is of a cenotaph, or a memorial that's placed in Price, at the Price Cemetery. But he is buried in Salt Lake. Definitely not in Price, so the cenotaph is a memorial placed somewhere where a person is not buried, which happens to be the case with this one of Gunplay Maxwell. Again, thanks for joining me. If you like what you see, like, subscribe, share it, tell your friends. We'll see you soon.